going to introduce you to a great range of new floats now. These are the HD floats from the Rage Predator brand. Firstly, we're going to start with the Stubby Slider. Now, as you can see, this is quite a top-heavy float, and this is ideal for suspending baits off of the bottom. Obviously, it carries all the weight nice and high, so if you're trotting baits on a river or just letting a bait fish off the bottom on a still water, it's absolutely perfect. We've got a couple of veined floats within this range. This is the Dart Slider, so it's an inline style float. So as you can see, it's got quite a dumpy body, which means it's great for suspending baits off the bottom. And then it's got the vein on the top there. And that means that with this style of float, if you fish a suspended bait, you can actually get quite a bit of movement in the bait and drift it around. So not only does it provide extra visibility, but also the breeze will catch it and move the bait around the swim, which is a really useful presentation. We've also got a bottom end swivel version, like so, and these are great with the vein for actually providing lots of visibility. So if you're staying mobile and reliant on your float for bite indication, these are absolutely brilliant. You can fish the bait over depth and you'll be able to see that a long way off. So really, really good for presenting baits on the bottom, good visibility, but as with the inline version, can also be used for fishing baits off the bottom as well. So vein floats, really useful and a slightly different presentation to what most people tend to use. Fishing static dead baits on the bottom is a very popular way of fishing for predators, and the most popular type of float for that method has to be a dead bait pencil style float. Now we've got two different designs within this range and I'll show you them both, starting with an unloaded model. And the first thing you'll notice, it's made of the same high density material as all the other floats in the range, so it's really, really hard wearing. The swivel's fixed firmly into the base, which means that they last a good long time. And you'll see they've got a thick band there, and that means you can cast it out either with an egg sinker or some large shot at the top of the trace, tighten it down and get it sat perfectly. And when the bite comes, when a predator picks the bait up, it will tend to lift and drop. So it's a very sensitive type of bite indication. Now there can be times when the predators are feeding in a very finicky way, and that can be the time that you want the loaded version. Now this can be set nice and low, and any fish that comes near the bait picks it up, you're going to get an indication because there's no resistance from this whatsoever. For those days when bites are hard to come by and the fish are very finicky, this is the one to go for. The true all-round float within the HD range would have to be the Slim Slider. Now as you can see, it's got a slimline body, which means there's very little resistance when a predator takes your bait. Now a couple presentations that you could try using this style of float would be if you're fishing a river, like the one behind me, you can fish the bait off the bottom and trot it through. On a still water, you could use this type of float and just let any undertow or wind take the bait and move it around, either a live or dead bait. Or you can pull your stop further up the line and fish it flat on the surface with a bait on the bottom. So a true all-rounder, with that slim profile, limited resistance, absolutely perfect. Well, we've had a look at all of the floats within the HD range, and as you can see, regardless of the type of predator fishing that you're doing, there'll be one that suits that situation.